Well, good morning again, everybody. Linda Pellegrino here with you on Senior Radio Buffalo, and we're just so grateful that so many wonderful listeners are really coming to the radio now every weekend, knowing that they can depend on Senior Radio. We've got a lot to share with them, a lot of great information about what's going on in our community, how you can access it, and the kinds of things that you might need for a loved one. So this morning, we're going to talk a little bit about a sensitive issue. We're going to be talking about the McGuire Group's Northgate Healthcare Facility, which includes skilled nursing care, subacute rehabilitation, and hospice care. And today, we're talking about the secured memory care unit. So we will be talking about this with Carla Marsh, who's the Director of Specialty Social Work Services, and Rachel Gaston, Unit Coordinator at the McGuire Group's Northgate Healthcare Facility. So good morning, ladies. Great to have you with us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, listen, my pleasure, because I'm going to learn a lot about this as well. Why don't you tell us about this memory care unit and who it can benefit?
Well, our memory care unit opened its doors around mid-1990s. It was one of the first facilities, programs that service in the Northtown areas. Some of the unique benefits that we have is it's a secured unit, just allowing our residents to have the freedom to explore their surroundings in a safe environment. They can wander up and down our hallways and still be in a safe location. It features our own dining room where it kind of serves an all-purpose area where we can do activities. They have their meals in there, and also we can use just some downtime to watch some movies. We do also have an enclosed courtyard for summertime enjoyment. It features some raised gardens, a covered patio, walking paths with with rails, so residents are easily able to navigate around. The staff on the unit are very experienced and have received dementia-specific training. It's beneficial because they not only understand the disease process, but are always learning new and different ways to care for those with memory loss.
Ladies, let me ask this question. Is this a place where someone might come and spend the day, or are people staying overnight?
So the primary admission to our unit is a long-term admission to the skilled facility side of Northgate, but we also do offer respite care at Northgate. That's something that can be arranged through our admissions office, and that person could then stay here for a shorter time, a couple of days to a couple of weeks, allowing their loved ones to handle any other of life's needs, or if they're going away on vacation, or just need to have a break from being that 24-hour caregiver at home.
Let me ask a question. If a caregiver is part of the family and they are listening to this morning and they're thinking, boy, I could really use these services or get more information, do patients need to be referred to you from their doctor, or can people just call and get more information and get the ball rolling?
So what any family member or anyone in the community who's interested, there's a couple of different ways they can get more information. They can go out to our website, which is www.mcguiregroup.com. They can learn more about the services that we offer. There is also an application right on our website, so they can download that and complete that. They can also call directly into our admissions coordinator, Connie Chifa, at 694-7700, and our admissions department can assist in getting, the application completed, any questions. So it doesn't require a direct referral from their doctor, but in some cases, it does. Many of our patients and residents also come to us from a hospitalization, but certainly that is not a requirement.
And I understand that the McGuire Group's Northgate Healthcare Facility, your secured memory care unit, has a lot of therapies to offer people, which really, really helps with the day-to-day and with keeping their disease at bay.
Right. So we do offer, especially on first admission, all of our therapies of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, get involved. They're part of the team in assessing the resident and making sure we're going to meet their needs. And then specifically on our memory care unit, we are very fortunate that we also have a very extensive music therapy program, that those programs are completed by a board-certified licensed music therapist. And that is just such a huge asset to our memory care unit. Music plays such a large role in all of our lives, but especially for someone with dementia. Our residents with dementia sometimes start to begin suffering difficulty in communicating. Their language skills take a decline, and the music therapy is an easier approach, allowing those residents to communicate, to complete a task in a less stressful manner. So we are very thankful to have our music therapist here with us.
Now, Carla has been with the McGuire Group in various roles since 2006, and she has a primary role on the memory care unit since 2009. Carla, have you actually seen differences with patients who are getting to the point where they are pretty much not communicable, but yet the music seems to strike a chord?
Absolutely. As I said, the language skills are very much impacted as someone gets into further advanced dementia. We had this one particular resident who was not able to verbalize things to us, her needs, was not able to formulate words. And our music therapist, this was during Christmas time, and they were getting ready to do Christmas carols. And this resident who could no longer formulate words, sentences, statements, began singing Jingle Bells when the music started. Wow. It's a different part of the brain, and it's amazing to see our residents still able to have that value in their life.
Yeah. And we also would like to let everybody know that Rachel has just celebrated her 10-year anniversary with the McGuire Group. She started as a team leader on the memory care unit in 2011 and became the unit coordinator in 2013. So, Rachel and Carla, since you're there every day and people just may be believing that a memory care unit would be of benefit to their loved one, what are some key things to look for when researching memory care units?
Yep. So, obviously right now with coming through this pandemic and the restrictions with COVID, it is a little bit of a different world. If someone is looking into a facility, I absolutely recommend to go out to see if they're allowing tours so they can see for themselves what the facility is like, how the unit is set up. A couple of the big things to look for is to look how the staff is interacting with the residents. And overall, when people go into a facility, they need to just take in the general feeling that they get. If they are going through as a guest on a tour and they feel stressed or overstimulated, then absolutely their loved ones with dementia are going to feel that as well. So that is a big part of it. If they're not able to come into the facility, word of mouth, asking neighbors, friends, colleagues, anyone else who has experienced a placement into either long-term care or a memory care unit for recommendations, things that they experienced hands-on themselves. They can also, it's big when you're looking into a placement, again, because of the pandemic, to ask about their visitation guidelines and regulations, because as you're placing a loved one, especially those first few days, couple of weeks, are very important in helping that person become adjusted to their new surroundings. And a big part, especially when you're looking into a memory care unit, is to ask about their activity calendar. What kind of programs are they offering? How often are they offering? And to make sure it's something that they feel their loved one would enjoy and benefit from. Because on a memory care unit, the activity programs are really the core of the unit. They're designed to keep the person focused, engaged throughout the day, So they want to make sure that that is going to be a strong asset in their loved one's life.
Oh, yeah. And we should let everybody know that certainly structure is a very important part of a memory care unit. And over at Northgate, you're rated 5 stars out of 5 by the federal government. And that is important because it places a quantifiable value on some of the most important aspects of care and quality measures. And I also understand that you're community focused as well. So you actually reach out into the community and you're involved in a lot of events that you can partner up with people like the Alzheimer's Association. Maybe you can tell us a little about that.
So in the past, we have partnered up with the Alzheimer's Association in many different fashions. They have come into our facility offering educational programs, both for our staff as well as community. We're very much looking forward to getting those back in place again once all of our restrictions lift and we're allowed to have numbers back in our facility so that we can just work with them to get the general awareness of the various forms of dementia, including Alzheimer's, that are out there and continue to be a resource for the community. And then for many years, we've been involved with the Walk to End Alzheimer's that will take place this year, October 2nd, right down in Art Park again. We've been involved, as I said, with this for many years. It's a great program allowing us to do many different factors of fundraising, to continue to put building resources to work towards an end to the various forms of dementia, as well as just being, again, out in the community and being a resource to everyone who's going through this and their family.
Absolutely. It's so nice to know you're there. Carla Marsh, Director of Specialty Social Work Services, and Rachel Gaston, Unit Coordinator at the McGuire Group's Northgate Healthcare Facility. And this morning we are talking about their Secure Dementia Care Unit over at Northgate Health. And folks, if you are looking for more information, we do have that for you. I'd like to give your phone number and also your web address. So if people would like to go ahead and contact their doctor, by all means, you can do that or you can call them directly. And let me see, the number is, we're just going to scroll down to the end. Here we go, everybody. Hopefully you have a pen. You can visit their website at McGuireGroup.com. And then you can call their admissions coordinator at 694-7700. You can talk to your doctor, too, or you can visit their table at the annual Memory Walk on October 2nd.